you ever wondered, what if your dream tropical vacation turned into your worst nightmare? Picture this, a tranquil paradise known as the Maldives, a holiday island boasting turquoise waters, pristine beaches, and lush palm trees. But what if this paradise wasn't as it seemed? What if the warm, gentle breeze carried whispers of chilling tales? What if the clear blue waters hid secrets darker than the depths they cover? As the sun shines brightly, little do the visitors know of the darkness that awaits them. As our vacationers bask in the warm sunlight, they are oblivious to the subtle signs of the lurking terror. What could be more picturesque than a sunny day on the Maldives? The azure sky mirrors the sparkling ocean. The beaches are a pristine white canvas, and the palm trees sway gently in the breeze. Yet, beneath this idyllic setting, something is amiss. Have you ever noticed how the silence of a bustling city can be more disconcerting than its constant hum? Our holidaymakers are now experiencing a similar phenomenon. The island, usually brimming with life, falls eerily silent at unexpected moments. The chatter of the birds, the rustle of the leaves, even the lapping of the waves against the shore, all seem to hush as if holding their breath. Then there are the sounds that don't belong. A faint whisper carried by the wind, a low growl that seems to come from the depths of the ocean, a distant metallic clank that echoes across the island. These noises are fleeting, easily dismissed as figments of an overactive imagination or the result of too much sun. Yet they persist, each occurrence adding another layer to the growing disquiet. And what of the fleeting shadows that dance at the corner of the eye? Are they simply the result of the sun playing tricks, or is there something more sinister at play? A figure, tall and lean, appears for a split second before dissolving into the heat haze. A formless mass lurks just below the water's surface, visible one moment, gone the next. Again, these could be dismissed as mere tricks of light and shadow, yet they serve to fuel the undercurrent of unease. As the day wears on, these subtle disturbances grow more frequent, more unsettling. The laughter grows a little less hearty, the smiles a little more strained. The carefree holiday atmosphere is gradually being eroded by an indefinable sense of dread. As the sun begins to set, a sense of unease begins to creep in. The beauty of the sunset is tainted by an inexplicable chill in the air. As the sun dips below the horizon, the Maldives Islands, renowned for their picturesque views, begin to transform. The sky, once a vibrant palette of oranges and reds, turns a deep, brooding purple, the clouds twisting into monstrous shapes that loom ominously overhead. The once inviting turquoise waters now mirror the foreboding sky, their tranquil waves becoming choppy and unpredictable. The palm trees lining the beach, their leaves rustling in the growing breeze, seem to whisper secrets of the impending night. The island's exotic birds, usually chirping melodiously, have retreated to their nests, their silence a haunting testament to the unsettling atmosphere. The vacationers, who had been basking in the sunlight just moments ago, now find themselves shivering despite the tropical warmth. Their laughter and chatter die down, replaced by an uneasy quiet. They exchange glances, their eyes reflecting a shared uncertainty, a shared unease. They're unable to shake off the creeping sensation that something isn't quite right, that something is amiss. The island, once a paradise, now feels claustrophobic, the darkness closing in from all sides. Even the most skeptical among them can't ignore the prickling sensation at the back of their necks, the goosebumps rising on their skin. It's as if the island itself is holding its breath, waiting, anticipating. The suspense is palpable, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Unseen creatures stir in the undergrowth, their rustling adding to the mounting dread. The wind picks up, howling through the trees like a creature in pain, the sound echoing across the island. As the last vestiges of light fade, the shadows lengthen, the darkness becoming all-encompassing. The vacationers huddle together, their faces pale under the pale glow of the moonlight, their hearts beating a little faster, their breaths coming a little quicker. And then, the island plunges into complete darkness. The once lively resort is now eerily silent. The only sounds the distant crashing of waves and the occasional rustle of leaves. As darkness falls, the true terror is about to begin. In the pitch-black night, The vacationers' fears become a terrifying reality. The blanket of darkness that engulfs the Maldives island seems to take on a life of its own, spawning a series of horrifying occurrences that send shivers down the spines of the once joyful holidaygoers. The tranquility of the night is shattered by an eerie, unending melody that seems to emanate from nowhere and everywhere at once. It's a tune that's hauntingly familiar, yet unnervingly alien, a twisted lullaby that taunts the listeners with its relentless rhythm. The once vibrant island is now a symphony of fear, each note striking a chord of terror in the hearts of the vacationers. As the night deepens, the melody is accompanied by the chilling whispers of the wind. It seems to carry with it the stories of past horrors, each tale more terrifying than the last. It talks of spectral figures seen dancing in the moonlight, of shadows that move on their own, of voices that echo in the empty corridors. These whispers, once dismissed as mere figments of imagination, are now a bone-chilling reality. The vacationers, huddled together for comfort and safety, are now fully aware that something is terribly wrong. Their paradise has turned into a nightmare, every corner a potential hideout for the unknown horror. Each rustle of the leaves, each creak of the wooden floors, each ripple in the water sends them into a state of panic. The horror is now at its peak. The air seems to throb with an unseen menace, a sinister force that feeds on their fear. The once serene beach is now a theater of terror, the silvery moonlight casting grotesque shadows on the sand. The murmur of the waves now sounds like a death knell, each crash a chilling reminder of their predicament. Their only solace is the distant glow of the lighthouse, a beacon of hope in this sea of despair. But even this light seems to flicker with a sinister rhythm, as if warning them of the impending doom. The vacationers, trapped in this island of horrors, can only pray for the dawn, for the return of the light that would banish this darkness. But as the hours crawl by, their hopes begin to dwindle. The night, it seems, has no end. The darkness seems to tighten its grip around the island, the shadows growing longer, the whispers growing louder, the melody growing more menacing. The fear is palpable, a living entity that wraps itself around the vacationers, squeezing the hope out of them. As dawn approaches, they pray for relief, but the worst is yet to come. The coming of the daylight brings with it a new set of terrors, a deadly surprise that awaits the beleaguered vacationers. The night might be over, but the nightmare is far from finished. As the first light of dawn breaks, a shocking discovery awaits our vacationers. Imagine, if you will, the soft golden tendrils of sunlight creeping over the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the pristine sands of the Maldives. The once idyllic paradise now tainted with an air of dread and foreboding. Our vacationers awaken, not to the harmonious chorus of tropical birds, but to a silence so profound, it's as if the very island itself is holding its breath. The tranquility they once sought now twists into a chilling stillness that sets their nerves on edge. They gather, each face etched with a mix of confusion and fear, the usual morning chatter replaced with quiet whispers and hushed tones. As they venture out of their beachfront cabins, they are met with a sight that sends shivers down their spines. The hammock, which had been a symbol of carefree relaxation, now hangs empty, its occupant vanished as if swallowed by the night. The sand beneath it, once smooth and untouched, is marred by a horrifying spectacle. A single word, etched with desperate urgency: run. The raw terror that grips them is like a vice, squeezing out any semblance of calm. The image of the missing vacationer haunts their every thought, every creak of a palm tree, every rustle of leaves, every echo of the waves crashing against the shore. All now carry an ominous undertone. They search the island, hoping against hope to find their missing companion. But the island, once a haven of beauty and tranquility, has transformed into a labyrinth of fear, its every corner revealing nothing but more questions. The sense of dread is palpable, the silence deafening. And then, just as the sun fully claims the sky, they stumble upon a gruesome sight. The missing vacationers' belongings, strewn about the beach, torn and bloodied. The sight is enough to turn even the strongest stomachs. The reality of their situation crashes down on them like a tidal wave. They are not alone on this island. Something sinister is at play. The revelation sends them spiraling into a state of panic. The paradise they had sought has morphed into their worst nightmare. Their dream vacation, now a desperate fight for survival. And just when they thought it couldn't get any worse, they hear a chilling sound coming from the sea.